Hi, I'm Martin Q Bikes and I'll be showing you today's Tuesday tips, how to remove and install a pair of pedals. First thing you're going to need to do is make sure you've got all your tools and parts needed for the job. For fitting and removing a pair of pedals, you're typically going to need a 15mm spanner, a 6 or an 8mm Allen key depending on what pedals you're using, the pedals themselves and a good grease. We're using a good anti-seize grease, but any grease is better than none. To remove the original pedals, you're going to have to remember that the right and left hand pedals have different threads. The right hand pedal has a normal clockwise thread and the left hand pedal has an opposite thread, so you have to remember this when you undo them. Take the spanner and start to undo the right hand thread anti-clockwise. To make this a little bit quicker, you can pedal the crank around whilst holding the spanner same place, and that will quickly remove the pedal. Right, and now do the other side. Same as before, but you're unscrewing it the opposite way, remember? So again, crank the pedals backwards whilst holding the spanner in one place. Up until the pedal comes off. Right, now you've got both pedals off, it's nice and easy to install the new pedals. If you're installing like a new flat pedal like this, you'll typically have another 15mm spanner, such as the old ones. But if you've got a more modern SPD or clipless type pedal, you might have an 8mm or 6mm integrated axle in the axle itself. And this then is why you'll need the 6 or 8mm Allen keys. If you're removing or installing a pedal such as this one, where you've got the Allen key inside the actual pedal axle itself, you have to remember that when you're installing or removing the pedal, you will have to put the Allen key through the inside of the crank arm. Now you've got the old pedals off, you can get ready to fit the new pedals. First thing you're going to need to do is identify which is the left and right hand pedal. Typically this will be stamped on the axle somewhere, or maybe on the pedal body such as this one, or if you've got kind of a lower entry or a plastic pedals, they might just have a sticker on the pedal body somewhere. Now you know which is left and right. The next thing you're going to need to do is grease up the axle. All you need to do is just apply a small film of grease to the pedal axle. In this case I'm just going to use my finger quickly and just rub just a tiny amount on, just to stop the pedal from seizing in the future and make any future maintenance a lot easier. Now you've got some grease on the pedal axle, you're ready to fit the pedal itself. You've got to remember that there is a left and a right hand pedal, and so in this case I've got the right hand pedal in my hand, and so it has to be fitted to the right hand side crank or drive side crank arm. And the same with the left hand pedal has to be fitted to the left hand crank arm. To fit the pedal, just got to simply start screwing the pedal into the crank arm in a clockwise direction. You can typically do this with your fingers. To speed this process up, you can simply hold the pedal axle in your hand and pedal backwards on the bike until it feels tight, and then you can stop. You now need to do this on the other side as well. So the left hand pedal has to thread in anti-clockwise. And same again, you can do this with your fingers and then just pedal backwards until it starts to bind. Right. Now you've got left to do, simply tighten the pedals with a pedal spanner or an Allen key and you're good to go. So grab the spanner, make sure I'm tightening in the right direction, right hand crank, so clockwise, and do that up till it's nice and snug. You don't need to go crazy, but just need to make sure it's on. Now that one's done, we'll do the left hand side. Same as before, but opposite direction. So you're doing this one up in an anti-clockwise direction. Then again, make sure it's nice and tight. And there you go. Your pedals are now fitted and ready to go.